Woo! Yeehaw! Welcome to the new year, 2017. Very first episode of the year of Articulate Thoughts coming right at you on Tuesday, January 3rd. Um, to be very open and genuinely honest, I'm not completely stoked for this episode. I just had to put some super effort to make an enthusiastic introduction. But I dodged a really serious bullet today. Yeah, I almost got into this pretty bad car accident, and subsequently, after that, I passed by like 3 or 4 car accidents that were pretty bad. But luckily, I had like a guardian angel on my side, or something kind of kicked in. Like, had some crazy reflexes and was able to dodge a bullet in my car. And yeah, I'm like safe and sound, and thank you to the variables that allowed that to happen. Because if it didn't, then I probably wouldn't be recording this video right now. But I went home and just kind of sat down and just like, okay, just dodged a bullet. I'm cool. I'm good. I got, thankfully I have my health. I'm healthy. I'm safe. I'm good. And started to really dig deep and try to figure out, what happened there. Because everything that is just a reflection of what's going on internally. There's some sort of feeling or idea or thought that I put out earlier to manifest this whole thing. So, kind of tracked myself in the past couple days, and I'm like, okay, I think I pinpointed it, and so I'm gonna share some of that with you today. Um, yeah. So in the new year, I feel like I kind of came out guns blazing. I had this like really awesome cognition on New Year's Day, like maybe around 2 or 3 in the morning. I was just kind of being really in a really deep state, like an intimate state with myself, being very open and honest, and pointing out some of the positives and negatives of what happened throughout the year. And there was one particular goal and desire that I've been focused on, and I had this level of awareness, and I could see, this certain line of variables. Like I saw the dots, and then on New Year's Day, I was able to connect the dots and kind of see the significance of those different points and how they connect. And I'm like, oh, wow, I never really looked at it from that perspective. Like, oh, okay, cool. I have this like new level of awareness of the situation, and I could see how I can make some necessary adjustments to manifest this desire quicker and more accurately, or whatever. Just like manifest it, make it happen. So felt really good about that. And then I'm in this. I have this habit that I'm trying really hard to change. Pardon me. I'm in the process of changing it, and it's not happening as quickly as I'd like it to. But again, making those adjustments and just applying and trial and error. That's the whole name of the game, trial and error. And yeah, so I have this habit or this tendency of when I'm in a good spot and I got some momentum going, I got the ball rolling, I'll be like, okay, I'm good. And then I'll shift my focus onto helping someone else. And then it's just never really ends well. And, it's just one of those things where you can't really help another person. They can only help themselves. They can only do so much. And then who am I to say, okay, this is what's gonna help this person? Like it's just like my personal opinion, but that might not necessarily be the truth for their personal experience. And then it also goes into this whole thing about comparing myself to other people, and there's that whole technique or concept of success is not what you've done compared to what other people have done. Success is what you've done compared to what you could have done. So I'm in this dangerous mind space of looking at someone else's life, looking at what they're doing, what they're saying, what they're thinking, seeing the results, and then saying, "Oh, I'm doing better than them," or "Oh, I'm doing worse than them," and then just that doesn't work because we're two different people with two different experiences, two different perspectives, two different genetic dispositions, and it just it's a different situation altogether. It's apples and oranges. So, I think it's very valuable for me to interact with this person and maybe be aware of their thoughts, their words, their actions, how it lines up. Is it harmonized, and what are the results that they're manifesting? And then just use it as data, but nothing to really compare it to myself. That's I feel that's like more of the proper attitude to have. So applying that necessary adjustment, it's going to take some time. Um, but yeah, so I would say that was like the whole thing. I was just like in this mind space where I was just focused on other people and I wasn't really focused on myself. I wasn't reading or listening to audio training as much. I wasn't really going for the walks. And then that allowed me to be susceptible to the negative influence of other people, and I just soaked that right in, and then got on that freight train, and then just started generating more and more of these like fearful negative thoughts, and then kaboom, almost got into a really bad car accident, and then saw, you know, the potentialities of that happening by seeing 3 or 4 really bad accidents. And it wasn't even like the roads were bad or anything. It just like, I don't know, like it's just, I think it's just a situation where there's a lot of people that are kind of revved up from this New Year's situation, and a lot of people are worried about a lot of different things. But again, that's what other people are thinking, and I have to be aware and not allow myself to be susceptible to the negative influence of other people. I should not be a sniop. I gotta be focused and maintain that diligence and the habits. So yeah, that's kind of my situation. But again, I'm aware of these things, and I have the certain techniques, and I have the material to put myself in that positive state and be really strong, and just maintain that focus on myself and my goals and my desires. And I know I have it in me to stay focused long enough and powerfully enough to generate the variables that are needed to manifest the actual desire. So I know I have it in me. It's gonna happen 2017. Again, I feel like this like energetic switch just kind of flipped, and then these like few couple days are just reminding me, hey, this is what's happening. This is like, remember, the law of attraction is in place whether you're aware of it or not. It's gonna happen. So you might as well be deliberate with what you're pulling in. So just a really good reminder. And yeah, I also want to take this moment to extend an invitation to anybody who might want to Skype. I love Skyping. I've been doing more of it in 2016 than I have ever done in my entire life, and I'm loving it. I think there's something really intimate about Skype that it's weird because it's like I have some like conversation with people like one on one. Like we'll go to a coffee shop or a pub or go for a walk in the park, and like it's really interesting situation. Like it's an intimate situation where we could be very open and candid about our thoughts and our feelings, but then there's always variables on the outside that are like changing like the overall vibe of the situation. And I feel like with Skype it's like, we could both be in a very private spot where we're both very comfortable, and then those variables don't change. Like it's a very solid container. And in particular, I have this one friend who I've Skyped with twice in December, and each time like the time flew by so quick. We chatted for the first time for about 50 minutes, and then we chatted the second time for about 2 hours, and both times it just went by really really quick. And then we were talking about some really cool stuff, and she shared some really awesome experiences and advice with each other. And I think it just particularly I'm really like close with this person. It's interesting because like we don't haven't spent a lot of time throughout like we've known each other for like 10 years, but we only like spend little bits of time here and there. But I think throughout the course of the 10 years, like we've gotten really close because we've seen each other through our worst ends, and we've seen each other improve and get to a better place. And like we're both moving forward in our lives, and like we could look back at a time where we were both super super depressed and like felt really stuck, and we were in a rut, and we're like, someday things are going to change, and this is like the future I want to happen, this is what I want to happen. And we've manifested those things in our lives, and it's really cool and exciting, and it just kind of building momentum. But back to the invitation on Skype. I do want to have more of these conversations. I do put time to spend time with people, but it just the last things happen last minute. People are flaky or whatever the case is. It just so I think Skype is a really good compromise. Like people don't have to spend the time to travel to get to a specific location, or worry about spending money on a meal or a drink or whatever. Like you could just sit in the comfort of your own home, have your own cup of tea or coffee or whatever you want to drink, and just we could have a very candid conversation in the comfort of your own home. So my Skype identity is Arctic.Trinity. Yeah, just message me on Facebook or post a message on this YouTube page if you're interested, and we'll set up a time and date to Skype. I hope people answer this invitation and call. So, as a reminder, the universe and the law of attraction means business. Things are wrapping up. The focus is required, and this is a great opportunity to use that, crazy spin cycle of the law of attraction and use that to our advantage. So, get out there, do what you need to do, focus on what you need to focus on, surround yourself with like-minded people, and make things happen. I know that's what I'm going to be doing, and if you want to join me, you're more than welcome to. All right, take care, and I'll talk to you soon.